We could call in an expert, but I don't think it's necessary.
What did the fingerprints show?
Well, I made the comparisons. I don't think there's any doubt about it. The prints are absolutely identical. I am Kirk Michaels.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
You're really positive now? No more doubts?
No. You were telling me the truth.
Oh, Kirk. I am so happy it's finally settled.
It's given me an identity, but still no memory.
It's a new start for you, Kirk. I hope you'll live it that way.
Yeah. Brand new start.
It's going to make all the difference in the world. You just wait and see.
I sure hope so.
No, it's true. That Kirk Michaels can start living his life all over again. And that means that we can begin again. Together.
Strange, isn't it? I'm finding out about my past from a police record.
But it's an old record, Kirk. It's 10 years old.
Yes, but I wanted to tell me more about myself. There's not much information here. Michaels Kirk. Arrested Monticello, 1/12/70. Grand theft auto. No birthplace, no address, no relatives, nothing.
But, Kirk, they knew so little about you. Even we didn't know very much about your background.
You knew I was a criminal.
A juvenile offender.
I committed a felony in order to get these prints.
Kirk, don't brood about the person you were then. I mean, that was a whole decade ago.
That's right. Just think about the person you're going to be.
How can you tell?
I can tell. I can tell the kind of person you are right now.
Well, I wish I was sure. I can't help but wonder. I wonder if I've been adding to this card all these years.
I doubt that, Kirk. I feel sure that if other felonies had been committed by Kirk Michaels, the police would have known about them.
Why? Maybe I was smart. Maybe I used a different name.
Well, surely you don't feel like as if you're that kind of a person.
Tell me, how does that kind of person feel? You know, I feel a lot of anxiety, apprehension. I'm feeling a lot of guilt.
Oh, I am so sick of hearing that word. Everybody feels guilt, Kirk. Isn't that right, Daddy? Isn't that what you used to tell me, you and that doctor?
Wait a second. What doctor?
There was a doctor I used to see after the accident.
Emily needed help, emotional help. You can understand that.
I didn't go to him very long. I didn't want to. I didn't want to see anyone. Not after Mother died and you left me.
Emily felt guilt, too. She felt responsible for her mother's death.
Well, I should have borne that responsibility. It was my fault. I ran away. I was going to take you with me. I stole the money. I did all of it.
Let's not have any more talk about guilt. It seems to me that this ought to be a happy occasion.
That's right. That's just what it is. All the questions are answered and the doubts are over. You have to feel good about that, Kirk. You do, don't you?
Yeah. To be rid of all the doubts.
Now we can think about our future. We can start making plans.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good idea if you went upstairs and lie down for a while.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, too. I was just about to suggest that. I don't think the sleeping pills have worked their way out of my system yet.
Well, come on, Kirk. I'll help you up to your room.
See you tonight at dinner, Doctor. Doctor, thank you. Thank you for going to all that trouble for me.
Yes, it was a lot of trouble, but it was worth it.
No can do today, huh, William? All right. Thanks anyway. Yeah. I'm sorry, Leo, but it seems you took a trip down here today for nothing.
Well, I thought you said Kirk Michaels' fingerprints were on file.
Oh, they are. But it's going to take a little time to dig through 10 years' worth of dusty files to get to them.
I see.
That traffic we ran into got us here too late for my friend Willie to start looking for them today. Yeah, he was just about to head on home.
Well, how long do you think it'll be before I get to see them?
Well, figure a day or two to find the file, then they've got to be duplicated. I'd hope to be mailing them out to you in 2 or 3 days. You said it was nothing urgent.
No, it's all right. I'll keep an eye out for it. Say, just out of curiosity, Gil, what do those file cards look like? I don't think I've ever seen one.
Let me see if I can find some. Should be around here somewhere. Let's see here. Here they go. Yeah, that's a very useful little card. Now, the fingerprints go on one side, and the personal history goes on the other. There's a lot you can learn about a man from one of them. Oh, excuse me, Melio. Lieutenant Curry. Oh, what can I do for you, Captain? Yeah, I have the file right here. Yeah, the perpetrator's name is Henderson, Warren. That's a good bust. They caught him going out the window of the house with a bag full of silverware under his arm. Say, how's the wife?
Thank you, Gil. Thank you for this.
There you go. I tell you, Tiger, sure look a lot better today than you did last night.
Well, this morning his temperature was normal.
Yeah, Doc says he's going to be the same old self in no time. He looks fine right now to me.
Yeah, he's been pretty playful today over there.
Has he?
Yeah.
Have you been making passes at the pretty lady?
Oh.
Invite you up to his crib to see his coloring book, huh? Did he?
Me? No, he's been a perfect gentleman. But he's so cute, I just might take him up on it if he did.
He's running laps there.
Hey, Jamie.
I certainly appreciate everything you've done for him, you and everybody else in pediatrics.
Oh, well, I like seeing people like that get better real quick. He's very lucky, you know.
So am I.
And you, young man, now that you're all better, I want you to stay better. You hear that? As much as we love you here, we don't want to see you here again.
Amen to that. I don't think I could take a couple of days like the last couple.
Yeah, well, now the only problem you've got is getting here tomorrow morning through the traffic to take him home.
That and keeping up with him.
Is things allowed?
Well, hi, Derek.
Hi,
How
Logan.
are you doing?
Are you family?
He's a friend of sorts. We'll let him come in.
Okay, come on in.
Hey, Jamie.
If Jamie needs anything, you let me know.
Oh, I
Okay?
will, of course, and thanks again.
I'll be back.
Right.
How you doing? Huh? How is he?
Oh, he's fine. Look at that. Is that fine? That's fine.
Guess what? I got something for you.
Oh, look
I hope
at
it's
that.
all right. I picked up something down at the gift shop.
No,
I got a football.
Hey, how about that? That's awful nice. You didn't have to make a special trip, though.
Well, I didn't make a special trip. I've got a patrolman downstairs who sustained some bruises last night while refereeing a domestic quarrel.
Yeah.
So I figured as long as I had 2 friends in the hospital, I ought to come in and say hello.
Still, that's very nice of you. What are you going to do with that?
Hey, you give your old man quite a scare. You know that? When's he going to be able to get out?
Doctor says he's out on parole first thing tomorrow morning.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, pick him up at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Mm-hmm. Have you forgotten we're supposed to have a meeting with His Honor the Mayor at 10 o'clock? Are you going to beg out of this?
I did forget. That completely slipped my mind. No, I'll show up. I'll just make my presentation short and sweet, and then while the rest of you are listening to that wonderful program, but where's the money going to come from speech, I'll come over here and pick up the Tiger. Look at that. He likes that ball.
All right. Listen, can I interest you in a cup of coffee right now?
Well, yeah, I guess you could talk me into it. Why?
I was going to call you from the office to see if you wanted to have a drink after work, but as long as we're here together, might as well sit down and talk about something.
I thought we had our story straight on the agenda for tomorrow. You got some new ideas or what? 'Cause,
What I want to talk about is personal. It's about Raven.
Hey, listen, I'm going to have to leave you alone here for a little bit. You'll be all right? Don't, I'm just going to take off for a second. I'll be back in a while, okay? You know, it seems to me that I recall advising you to just forget that you had met Raven. That was the voice of experience talking. Didn't you listen? Didn't it take?
And I felt a little awkward accepting it, but hell, you two are separated.
It's true. I got no claim on Raven. I don't want a claim on Raven. Raven is, she's a very free bird.
I haven't done much socializing since I came into town. I just thought a dinner party, it'd be nice to get out and meet some new people.
You have a nice evening?
Well, the evening didn't quite turn out the way it was planned. As soon as I got to Raven's hotel room, I found out that the other 2 couples had canceled out at the last minute.
Convenient.
Found myself sitting down to a candlelit dinner for 2.
It's Raven for you. She can't come right out and say, I'd like to get to know you better. Why don't we go out? She's got to manipulate things, huh?
Well, it didn't take me too long to figure out that she was trying to play some kind of game.
I am the last person that should be saying this to you, I guess, but I have no doubt that Raven was attracted to you. It's just that a woman likes to combine business and pleasure, so a word to the wise, watch out for ulterior motives.
Oh, I know her motives already. Her interest in me wasn't confined just to my devilish good looks and my winning ways.
I guess Raven's slipping. You saw through her faster than most.
I guess the dinner party was supposed to soften me up. She called me the next night from a discotheque. Told me how much she missed me over one night.
Asked you to come down and join her, no doubt?
Mm-hmm. No sooner do I get there than she starts going on and on and on about how she can't stand the fact that 3 detectives are taking care of her son and not a real babysitter. She tried to get me to use my office to keep Calvin and Deborah and Steve from protecting Jamie.
Well, that figures. I'm sorry you had to get caught in the middle of this, Derek.
I didn't get caught for too long. I stomped out of that place so fast, I stuck her with the tab for the drinks. Oh, that's terrible.
No, that's wonderful. More power to you. You handle the situation better than most. Certainly better than I did.
I'm not very good at resisting attractive ladies, but I would never let somebody like Raven talk me into doing something that would hurt a good friend of mine.
Irene Sanders, please report to the 6th floor nurses.
So April wasn't able to stick it out after all.
No, she was too upset.
See, I knew it was a bad idea, her going back to Oakdale that quickly.
I know, but I think being alone in that house for one night made the reality of spending the rest of her life without Draper really hit home.
To the 7th floor for wheelchair.
All right, what we're going to have to do is invite her to stay with us for a few days.
She's determined to do this on her own. With Julia, of course.
All right, then we go out to Oakdale, visit for a couple of days.
You don't understand. April doesn't want to step foot in that house. She's selling it.
Well, where is she going to live?
Well, she has a penthouse that isn't occupied.
She wants to go to Margot's place?
It's big enough for her and the baby.
Oh, my Lord. From one bad memory to another. Well, I suppose it's worth a try. She'll be closer to us, at least.
Yeah, you know what bothers me? Draper is so much part of her life that I don't think she's going to be able to live anywhere without being haunted by his memory.
I suppose we ought to look on the bright side. Might be a very positive step for April.
Yeah, not for anything that's going to help April.
Please call extension
As a matter of fact, I'm glad. I'm glad she'll be nearer to us if anything were to go wrong with Julia.
Yeah, and WMON is closer by, so it'll be easier for her if and when she decides it's time to go back to work.
Oh, yeah, and if she does decide to go back to work, even part-time, it's going to be a blessing. We need her. Work is good therapy, too.
Yeah, and then there are restaurants around and movie theaters and, all those diversions, and that might help her.
I think it's going to be quite a while before April's ready to step out.
Well, no one is going to force her.
However, I really hope that she doesn't mourn Draper for years and years. And I hope that she finds somebody to love and to love her. I know how important that is.
Is Kirk asleep?
Far from it.
I guess he's not as tired as he thought.
I listened at his door, and he was pacing in his room again. Do you think those sleeping pills could have had some kind of side effect?
No, I doubt it. If anything, they'd make him lethargic.
I still don't understand why you insisted upon giving him so many. You're always telling me how dangerous they are.
Well, I certainly would recommend them for long-term use. I just thought that Kirk needed a good night's rest because he was all keyed up about the fingerprint experiment.
I know you're only trying to help, Daddy.
Kirk is still my patient, and I don't want anything to stand in the way of his getting better.
You're getting him those fingerprint records to compare. It was the best medicine you could have given him.
Yes, I hope so. Realizing once and for all that he is Kirk Michaels should give him some peace of mind, and Let him concentrate on the business of living his life. His life with you, Emily. That's what you want, isn't it?
Oh, more than anything in the world. You asked Lieutenant Curry to get those prints for me as much as for Kirk, didn't you?
I just wanted to help.
And you have. Oh, Daddy, I love you so much.
I'd do anything to see you happy, Emily. Anything. Kirk, can you hear me? You'll sleep well tonight.
You know something, Daddy?
What?
You are the best father a girl could ever hope to have. You know, I used to feel so sorry for Kirk not having any recollections of the past, but I don't anymore.
What changed your attitude?
Well, as long as he's absolutely sure of his identity, that's all that really matters.
Well, keep in mind, Emily, that it's going to take time before Kirk completely accepts his new name.
You know, I don't mean to sound unfeeling, but I don't think it'll matter to me if Kirk never gets his memory back. It may keep him from recalling a very unhappy past.
Well, we've all done things we're not terribly proud of, some more or less.
Dr. Wellman says that Kirk may have wanted to forget something awful that might have happened to him before he came back to us.
You're not the least bit curious about those 10 years, are you?
No. It doesn't really matter what he was doing or who he was involved with. He's come back to me. That's all that's important.
Yes. I know how much he means to you.
You know, it's really better this way. How many people could wish that they could just bury their past and start over again? And that's exactly what Kirk and I are going to do. We are truly going to have a new beginning.
It makes me very happy to see you looking forward to the future.
And I feel so wonderful, Daddy. Would you mind if I played the piano for a while?
Oh, that'd be just fine.
Good.
Beautiful song, Emily.
Kirk. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been playing it. It was really thoughtless of me.
That's all right. You didn't wake me because I really never got to sleep.
Well, maybe because you're feeling better now, you have too much energy to sleep in the middle of the day.
Well, no, I just couldn't relax. I couldn't shut off my mind. I kept thinking. I kept thinking about this card, fingerprint card. You know, there's not much information on it, but it does tell me something very, very important.
What?
The place of arrest, Monticello.
Why is that important?
Well, if I was arrested there, chances are I was living there. Maybe I was even born there.
Why is that so important?
I may have family there. Family, friends, maybe even a couple of enemies. People who may recognize Kirk Michaels there.
What are you thinking of doing?
I have to go there, Emily. I have to go to Monticello.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find, always on our mind, and frustrated days pass without sight, the edge of night, half dark, half light, as we watch our hearts trying to hold the tenderness that we once had, halfway